And for main phase 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6, yes. For Elvish House Party.
Oh, crap.
Well, that was a definite laugh, so... Well, technically,
Yeah,
no, that
you
is an
got it,
evil chuckle.
you got it. Come
Uh,
on,
Fine, I'll
that's my
pull my
mistake.
laughing hyena.
Now I can laugh freely.
Alright, your turn.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for the dicketry? I don't think you are.
Yes.
I'm gonna put another mountain down. Pay 4. Fetch a card from my library to my hand. Tap 3. I'm sorry. Tap 2. Cast staying power.
Damn it.
Then pay 1 to cast my third cheap ass.
Okay.
For the record, I keep having to turn around and use my keyboard in order to type anything at all in the first place.
Why
Yes.
isn't your keyboard... Oh, that's right, you're not sitting down. Okay.
Presenting the cheap ass. Did I say ass? Yes. So the ass squatch is going to target your 1111.
No.
Yes. I'd say now that the tables have fully turned, I am going to swing with almost everything. The 1111. 4.5, 4.5. 2 cheap asses. And the frazzled editor.
Okay, then. I'll block Asquatch with my cheap ass.
Nice.
And I'll take... That's 11... 13 and...
Gotcha.
15 and a half, bringing me down to 33.
Okay.
Number Crunch is easily one of the most powerful cards in this set.
Yeah, I keep getting it back. That is my turn.
Alright then.
Yes. Oh, my G.
Okay. I'm going to start by casting my Laughing Hyena.
Alrighty.
And then I'll cast Word Mail. On our market research shows that players really like long card names, so we made a card. So we need this card to have the absolute longest card name ever, Elemental.
It's easier to read the name in the chat box than it is on the card itself.
My card text is slightly larger than yours, so I flat out can't actually read it in the card box itself. It cuts off at a certain point.
Yeah.
So 27-27, despite the fact that you gave it a 1/1 counter, so it's actually a 28-28. And then I'm gonna swing out.
Okay. Here we go. First, oh, right, because he was already on the battlefield. Damn it. Okay, so I have to. I'm gonna tap all my mana to cast a couple spells. Number Crunch and Save Life. Okay. So Save Life is gonna gain me 2.5 health. Number Crunch is gonna send back to your hand your Uktabi Kong.
Alright, odd.
So Number Crunch is in the graveyard. MC is going to block your very wordy elemental. MC, you've served me well, but you are now dead. And as for your cheap ass, I am going to block it with my cheap ass.
Alright. So during damage, effectively nothing happens.
Yes, precisely.
I'm at 6, and I need 8 for that. Alright, I will end.
Okay. I don't want to say this is game because you're showing 33 life right now.
Dude, this was game after you got Number Crunch in your hand. I can't stop that.
And I also can use Johnny's magical powers to fetch through my library. Put it in my hand, surreptitiously pay 1 to cast my 4th and final cheap ass.
You see, if I was on your board right now, I could actually cast my big artifact, but now I can't do it.
And now, because I played a donkey spell, Asquatch is going to grab your 28/28 elemental. And last but not least, I can seal your doom by using Johnny's ability again, searching my library, getting this card, shuffling my deck, paying only 1 mana to cast a dumbass. And I'm going to target your laughing hyena, so now you can't block me. Go! Swarm! Attack! Fucking everything except for the dumbass, of course.
Alright, and that's negative infinity, so I get to put down my Mox Lotus now.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh, see,
I'm running Mox Lotus because
that's what I'm talking about. You don't lose life due to mana burn. We didn't talk about it.
I know. But the Mox Lotus rules has been effectively in place since, what was it?
Like
I don't want to say it was
2010?
Cold Snap that put that. It was before 2010. We got rid of mana burn like shortly before the modern playset became a thing. Or was it shortly after? I'm not sure.
I know not the history of mana burn's involvement, except that it only basically was ruling at the beginning of the game. Back when players were probably using it to manipulate their life points.
Yes, there were a bunch of like OTK combos that made it so that mana burn was effectively a win con.
Yeah.
Alright, so all in all, I have to say that this was not nearly as fun as it was fucking supposed to be, but that's because Unhinged has a lot more cards in it that involve physical actions in it, and we did discuss this before playing. Like, there were a shitload of cards that we just flat out couldn't use because there were physical actions, or player or pointing out other games that were happening. Unhinged is built for the very real world setting and a tournament play style.
Yeah.
In that setting, drafting Unhinged is probably relatively fun as hell, but I gotta say, this set for emulation purposes kind of sucks.
Kind of, yeah. There's a lot of shit.
There's a lot of super powerful shit in here, like Mox Lotus. If you can get Mox Lotus out at all, you're supposed to be able to win the game with it. I couldn't have done it because I don't have any mana dumps. But in any set that has a decent mana dump and a way to cheat it out, it would be one of the most powerful sets ever.
Mm. Or just use Johnny Combo Player to just fetch lands over and over again.
No. Or if you can use Johnny Combo after you get Mox Lotus, you can just literally search out your entire deck because Johnny doesn't tap for his search, which is kind of bullshit.
He's the combo star.
Yeah. I will say that this set has got a lot of very interesting things in it. For example, I love Word Mail. Word Mail is a fucking amazing enchantment.
Yeah, that's right. And he's
even without the stupid elemental that is ridiculously hilarious to try and save over and over again, but isn't actually all that powerful. I mean, Art Rampage is actually a really cool trigger, but there aren't all that many creatures in this set that actually work with it. I mean, my deck is loaded with them. Laughing Hyenas, Utabi Khan, Fascist Art Director, and Elvish House Party would all trigger Art Rampage, but your cards were not triggering it because there were single stuffs.
Yeah, well, Dumbass has more than one. Actually, well, MC has more than one. Standing Army has more than one, but I didn't play Standing Army this game. You want to talk about like interesting stuff that Unhinged does? I'm looking at my deck as it looks right before you start a game in Cockatrice. The Attenlay Igpay actually has its own category. It's called Eacher Cray. It's the only card in the Eacher Cray category.
Yes, because everything on Pig Latin is in Pig Latin.
Yes, and if you say a non-Pig Latin word, then he sacrifices himself, but he has Double Day Ike Stray.
Yes, which is Pig Latin for Double Strike.
Yes.
Look, Pig Latin is a great goddamn card. The problem is it has way too high a cost on it. I'm never gonna play that thing. Fuck that.
Yeah, and not to mention that there's a lot of there are much worthier combos in this set that probably deserve your attention.
Specifically the gotcha cards. I love this thing, man. The gotcha keyword is so goddamn nice. And you kept missing your trigger for Number Crunch, but I'm serious, dude. Number Crunch won you this fucking game.
Basically, yeah. I'm not. You got me there. Plus, I was running eight.
And then you have shit like Staying Power, which is just absurdly broken.
Yeah.
Staying Power sapped all the fun out of our first game. It was like, hey, I'm just gonna make it so that all of our shit that's negative is gonna be on there forever now. But I don't have things to disable enchantments. Well, then I guess we're both not having fun now, aren't we?
Well, I mean, we tried. I mean, that game lasted well over an hour.
Yeah. Ugh. And it was pretty clear about halfway in that no, I already lost. I can't deal with Number Crunch.
That's something
I would have had to have Spected the blue in order to deal with Number Crunch. And if I had Spected the blue, I would have just ran Number Crunch.
I hope we learned something today, Mr. Gridite, is that I've decided not to show mercy, even when it's supposed to be funny.
Well, here's the thing: we both went into effectively a control deck. I mean, I'm running AWOL, which is actually really awesome. It's not a card that's actually really good right now, but the fact that it gets stuff from banish and then banishes it further from that is just really hilarious and awesome. Then you have Laughing Hyena, which for us actually triggers a lot because Cloud is always fucking laughing.
I am. And
But yeah, I like that you went 3-color. To be perfectly honest,
Thank you.
I am devoted to 2-color though. I can't build a deck on 3 colors. I just can't do it. It's never worked out for me.
see, I went into this with one thing and one thing only. I wanted to use the ass cards. That's why I picked this set. I wanted very badly. I wanted to use ass whooping. I wanted to use the fat ass. I wanted to use every card that had ass in it, and I even have a smart ass in here, but I didn't. Smart ass never appeared because he's a smart ass.
Isn't fat ass in green though?
Fat ass is green. Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't have played that then. Oh wait, no.
With the City of Ass,
green,
yeah, but that's a very
City of Ass.
That's a very particular combo. It depends on.
Yeah, City of Ass is great too. Honestly, I know it's supposed to be an effective reprint of City of Brass, but let's be clear here: it's slightly better than City of Brass.
I did not. I was actually not aware that it was a play on City of Brass before you said it.
Oh, dude,
I don't know this game that
your
well.
library knowledge is limited.
There are so many goddamn cards in this game. How can one know that?
Yeah, there are.
But
But this set does show that that a lot of times the unsets are supposed to be played in conjunction with other sets. Because I wanted to build an aggro deck. I really did, because you know aggro is life. Aggro is love, and well, the unsets don't actually have all that many good aggro options.
yeah,
There's like 4 1-drops in the entire set.
there are even half drops in this set, but I mean, even then you still struggle. You still basically have to pay 1 mana to play a half mana card.
Yep.
But since we weren't paying attention to mana, see that when this game was supposed to be played under the circumstance of mana burn, therefore I would either have to cast 2 little girls at once for 1, or suffer a mana burn every time I tapped 1 to cast 1.
Which, for the record, suffering that half damage if you're actually running buffs or tribal enchantments doesn't actually matter, because you know then your little girls become 5.5s and with flying, and then they just run over everything.
Flying. Yeah.
Yeah. So this set is actually okay. I don't like it nearly as much as Unstable, but Unstable had the contraption gimmick, which was actually pretty fun to mess around with, despite the fact that we played it wrong.
Basically, yeah. It's up to the players to decide what actually works. This is how we decided this.
Yeah.
But yes, every
Any other final thoughts, Mr. Cloud?
I'm going to miss this set. I'm probably not going to miss Staying Power because it did kind of fuck things up, but I am going to miss this set now that I've played it.
Hey, Freddy Knuckles is a great goddamn card.
Hell yeah.
All right then, guys. Again, I think this set's good, but this was not fun. All right, be safe, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.